ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another list video where today we're going to take a look at the most athletic players in Football Manager 2022. But before we jump into that, make sure you like the video if you like this sort of thing, subscribe for more of this sort of content, and I will see you in just a sec. Okay, so first up we have Jules Kunday, the French international, made 2 caps for France, centre-half at Sevilla. He was a massive name that was wanted by a lot of clubs in the summer, and you can see why. You can see his physical attributes are absolutely fantastic, with only one of those, or 2 of those attributes, I should say, below 15, which is fantastic for a player of only 5'11". With the strength of 14 and balance of 16, he's got that turning ability if they do get turned at the back, but he's also got the strength and natural fitness to be around for a while as a centre-half. Valued at 34 million to 103 million. It will set you back quite a good chunk of money, but someone who I can certainly see playing at right back, as you can see there, as one of the positions he could move into. Next up is Denzel Dumfries, another fullback that actually was fantastic in the Euros, and that's where he got all his plaudits, and that led to a move to Inter Milan. 25 years old, so he's kind of in his prime, and that shows with his physical attributes there. You can see a range of 14s and 15s, and obviously that 16 pace there as well. At 6'2" is fantastic. He could absolutely play at centre-half as well if you needed cover there, or even further forward up the pitch with some good 13 dribbling, 13 crossing, and some fantastic other stats along with the passing, tackling, technique, and 16 work rate there. A player that is very versatile. 12 million to 38 million, it will set you back, and he will be very unlikely to move in the first season considering he's just got the move to Inter Milan. But a player that could certainly be very good at covering a few positions. Next is Eder Militao, another player with fantastic natural fitness, which is exactly what you want with someone who's got that so good physicals, because it means that they're going to stick around. The centre-half from Real Madrid, he's been there for a little while now. At 23 years old, he's made 15 caps for Brazil as well, so he's very well experienced. Good stats in mentals and technicals as well, so he's not a one-trick pony with the physical side of things. As a right-back as well as a centre-half, excellent positioning as well, and then valued at 53 million to 160 million. It could be a few bob to bring him in, especially as he improves, as he gets older. There's still a few more seasons where for him to get to his prime state, and you can tell already he would be an absolute dream. Next we have Moises Ramirez, an interesting one as a goalkeeper. His physicals are absolutely outstanding. 14 acceleration and 15 pace. You'd expect the strength for a goalkeeper of that size, 6'1", so you kind of expect that sort of thing, along with the jumping reach. But 15 natural fitness as well, along with 16 stamina and 14 balance. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him playing in midfield with that sort of physicals. His ability to come up and down the pitch, I'm sure, would be there. His work rates would need a bit of working on, but for a goalkeeper, not too bad. He has got a lot of eccentricity, which could be something to look out for. He did spend some time at Real San Sebastian, or Real Sociedad, their B team, on loan, but has moved back to Ecuador with Independiente del Valle. Alessandro Bastoni is up next, another centre-half, and it's not surprising. He's got very good physicals all round, and again, another player that could happily move into that holding role in midfield or playing at left-back. He's got the pace, he's got the balance and jumping reach. He's 6'3", so a big man. 40 million to 119 million pounds it will cost you to bring him into the club, but I can't imagine he'd want to go anywhere at the moment with him playing at Inter Milan. He'll be starting every game for them, I'm sure, especially if they're playing through at the back. He'll be playing on that left-hand side. He could even play as that wide centre-back role with the ability he's got. All you have to do really is improve his crossing a little bit, because he's already got the dribbling there and first touch. And with the athletic ability to get up and down, he could always be looking for those underlaps or overlaps. Next we have Ulrich Kuglongo, a striker who's in fact a free agent at the start of the game, and one that actually looks pretty good. He'd be more of a target man sort of player. Not fantastic finishing for a striker, but his heading ability, he's got good marking and tackling. So maybe someone to drop slightly deeper into maybe midfield with those physicals. He's got 16 strength, 16 stamina, and 17 balance in there, along with some great natural fitness and pace and acceleration. He's very aggressive. I mean, I would try and, at 31 years of age, it might be hard to convert him into a centre midfielder, but that's probably what I'd end up doing. I don't think he's worth being played up front. He's not got the attributes to really be doing that, playing with a dribbling of 5 and crossing of 5, along with some of the other stats of obviously the finishing and first touch. So I would certainly recommend, if you do bring him in and set him as a centre midfielder. He has been around the block a little bit, with a few different clubs over the years. But at 31 years old, it is coming to the end of his time. Congolese international though, so a bit of experience. And if you do fancy that challenge of converting him to a centre midfielder, why not? We then have Scott McTominay, 24 years old. He's been actually pretty decent for Man United and has become more and more well-rounded and more in form for them. 26 caps for Scotland as well. You can see there he's got 3 in the green for the physical attributes, but he's also got lots of mental and technical skills there. Someone who can play anywhere through the middle, as you can see by his positioning stat there. You can see he's central midfield mainly, has played centre-half and defensive midfield, but I wouldn't put it past him playing further forward if you need him to. At 6'4", he could be that Marouane Fellaini for you, being able to play up top if you need those long balls coming into the box. He's got 14 heading, so not too bad, and he can run for days with that 18 stamina and 17 natural fitness. And he's strong and quick as well. So someone to definitely look out for. Someone who's maybe a little bit underrated in the Football Manager world. I'm sure he could do you wonders if you do bring him in. At 14 to 42 million, if you can get him down at the lower range of 14 million, I think that could be an absolute bargain for longer term, as he is only 24 years old. Next, we have a man who is not for sale, and that is Robert Lewandowski, the absolutely phenomenal striker. You're not going to bring him in your side. He's only going to be at Bayern. I'd be impressed if you do bring him in, to be quite honest, but he's an absolute world beater. At 32 years old, with physicals like this, he is unbelievable. His stamina and natural fitness is fantastic, excellent balance, excellent jumping reach and acceleration and pace for a 32-year-old. He's already made over 100 caps for Poland, as you'd probably expect for such a fantastic player. But as it says there, he's a star player and one that everyone knows about, so there's no point going any further. Now, second to last, we have Thierry Rendell Correa, a 22-year-old, currently playing at Valencia, can play right or left back, probably prefers right back as he is right-footed. But you can see his physicals there are incredible. At 5'10", he's got 17 strength, 16 stamina, 16 pace, and 16 agility. And with natural fitness, balance, jumping reach, and acceleration all up there as well, it's fantastic. I mean, his mentals are very good as well for a 22-year-old. Technicals have a little bit to be desired, but at 19 million to 58 million pounds, I'm sure you could look to bring him in at a reasonable price. At £10,000 a week wages on his initial contract with Valencia, you can certainly tease him away, I'm sure. He was of Sporting previously, and that's obviously done him wonders with his physicals. He's got the attributes there to really become a hell of a player, and I'm sure you could have him as that kind of complete wing-back role, bombing up and down that right-hand side or left-hand side if needed, and he could do you wonders. And finally, the most athletic player, according to my really poorly done research, is Eric Bailly. We checked out all the physical attributes of players, and he was the only one with 5 greens in the physicals. A 16 for strength, stamina, pace, balance, and agility. He's so well-rounded on that part. Mentals are very good as well. With aggression, it could be a bit worrying, but he's got 17 tackling, 15 marking, and 14 heading as well. At 12.5 million, again, another Man United player that I think could go under the radar and you could always bring into the side. Okay, so he might not be a Harry Maguire or a Raphael Varane in the Man United squad, but as a squad player, you could always bring him into your West Hams, to your Leicesters, to even the likes of Wolves or my club Southampton, and he could do absolute wonders. 12.5 million would be an absolute steal, I think. And at 27 years old, he is in his prime, but you can easily get a few years out of him with the likes of the physicals being so high and his natural fitness being excellent. 6'2", he's a big centre half, and that's kind of what we've come to, is that centre halves tend to have the better physicals from the looks of things. But there are a wide range out there. But I hope you did enjoy today's video. Let me know what you think of all of these players, if you can bring any of them in, and what you think of how we did today with finding them. Let me know if there's any other physical attributes we should be taking into account when it comes to looking for the most athletically gifted players. But I hope you did enjoy. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you next time.